Good afternoon, students. Hello. Today is Tuesday, March 17th, St. Patrick's Day, so happy St. Patrick's Day. I hope you're doing well. I'm going to read a book today called SkippyjonJones, and we are going to be focusing on the characters, the setting, the problem, and the solution in this book. So while I'm reading, I want you to think about who the main characters are, where the story is taking place, and what the problem is and how it is solved. So this is SkippyjonJones by Judy Schachner. Every morning, SkippyjonJones woke up with the birds. You see? And this did not please his mother at all. "Get yourself down here right now, Mr. Kitten Britches," ordered Mama Junebug Jones. With the birds. "No self-respecting cat ever slept with a flock of birds," she scolded, "or ate worms, or flew, or did his laundry in Mrs. Doohickeys' bird bath." There's SkippyjonJones and his mom. What kind of animal do you think SkippyjonJones is? The lecture went on and on as usual. "You've got to do some serious thinking before you leave this room, Mr. Fuzzy Pants," said his mother, "about just what it means to be a cat. Not a bird, not a mouse, or a grouse, not a moose or a goose, not a rat or a bat. You need to think about just what it means to be a Siamese cat." "And stay out of your closet," she added, closing the bedroom door. So someone looks like they're in a timeout in their room. You guys never get sent to your rooms on a timeout, do you? But once he was alone, SkippyjonJones began to bounce and bounce and bounce on his big boy bed. Jumping on his bed. "Oh, I'm SkippyjonJones and I bounce on my bed, and once or 6 times I land on my head." On his way down to earth from a gigantic big bounce, SkippyjonJones shot past his bedroom mirror. "Holy guacamole!" exclaimed SkippyjonJones. "What was that? What's happening in his room?" So up he went again, and again it appeared. Then, using his very best Spanish accent, he said, "My ears are too big for my head. My head is too big for my body. I am not a Siamese cat. I am a Chihuahua." Chihuahua. See, he's looking in the mirror and he sees himself as a Chihuahua. Back on land, SkippyjonJones climbed into his toy box and rifled through some of his old junk. After he put on his mask and sword and climbed onto his mouse, SkippyjonJones began to sing in a mew-mew soft voice. My name is Capito Fresquito. I fear not a single bandito. My manners are mellow. I'm sweet like the jello. I get the job done, yes indeedo. There's Skippy John. Skippy John Jones. Back in the kitchen, Jujubee, Jezebel, and Jilly Boo Jones were helping Mama Junebug Jones make lunch. Do you guys help your parents make lunch? Can Skippy John come out of his room now? Asked Jujubee. No, answered Mama Junebug Jones. Mr. Fluffernutter is still thinking. In fact, Skippy John wasn't thinking about being a Siamese cat at all. There, Skippy John's siblings are helping his mom make lunch. And there is Skippy John in his room, all by himself, thinking. With a walk into his closet, his thoughts took him down a lonesome desert road, far, far away in old Mexico. Ooh. So now he's in Mexico. Not long into his journey, a mysterioso band of Chihuahuas appeared out of the dust. Ay, caramba, who goes there? Asked Skippy John Jones. We go by the name of Los Chimichangos, growled Don Diego, the biggest of the small ones. Who are you? I am El Skipito, the great sword fighter, said Skippy John Jones. Is Skippy John Jones pretending to be a sword fighter? What do you think? Then the small one spoke up. Why the mosquito, dude? Asked Poquito Tito. I go incognito, said Skipito. What does incognito mean? Do you like rice and beans? Asked Pintolito. Si, I love mice and beans, said Skipito. He might be the dog of our dreams, whispered Rosalita. Perhaps, said Tia Mia, if he knows the secret password. What do you guys think the secret password is? What could it be? There's all the Chihuahuas. Leaning toward Don Diego, El Skipito half sneezed, half spoke the secret password into the Chihuahua's very large ear. Ah, chupichu. Bless you, said Don Diego. Gracias, said Skipito. Then it is true, decreed Don Diego. Yip, yippee, yippito. It's the end of Alfredo Bazito. Skipito is here. We have nothing to fear. Adios to the bad Bumblebeeto. Then all the chimichangos went crazy loco. That was the password? There's everyone going crazy loco. First, they had a fiesta. Yay! There's a fiesta. Then they took a siesta. But after waking up, the chimichangos got down to serious business. Using his paw, Don Diego drew a picture in the sand of the great Bumblebeeto for Skipito to see. A hush grew over the chimichangos so great that one could hear a whisker drop. Alfredo Bazito, whispered the crowd. Al Blimpo, Bumblebito, Bandito. See, said Paquito Tito, the bandito steals our frijoles, not your beans, cried Scipito, outraged. See, Paquito continued, red beans, black beans, Boston baked in blue, cocoa, coffee, kidney beans, pinto, and jelly too. And now he comes for us, Paquito added. Por qué? Asked Scipito. Because we are full of the beans too. Then Don Diego stood tall and in his most somber voice declared, Yo, quiere frijoles, huh? Asked Scipito. The dude just wants his beans back, said Poquito Tito. And you are the dog for the job. Me? Asked Scipito. Then all the chimichangos turned toward Scipito, the great sword fighter. There's Skippy John. But poor Scipito had no time for a plan, because in the blink of an eye, a gigantic shadow darkened the landscape. The chimichangos scattered in all directions. Vamos, Scipito, or it is you that bandito will eato, they cried. Scipito stood his ground, but his legs shimmied and shook like the jello, and his teeth chattered like the castanets. Then, in a mewing soft voice, he said, My name is Scipito Fresquito. I fear not a single bandito. But Alfredo Bazito flew straight for Scipito until the bean-eating bandito hovered only inches away from the great sword fighter's face. Holy frijoles, cried Scipito as he thrust his sword in the air. There he is. Suddenly, pop, went the bandito, landing on Scipito's sword, and quicker than one could say, chihuahuas, cheese, and crackers, every kind of bean came spilling out of Alfredo Bazito, the Bumblebito Bandito. Wow, look at all those beans. Can you see Skippy John? Then all the doggies burst into song. Yip, yippee, yippito. Our hero was El Scipito. He's the dog of our dreams who delivered the beans. And now we can make our burritos. Now they can make their burritos. They got their beans back. Who had their beans? Who had all the beans? But back at home, there was such a ruckus coming from Skippy John's room that Mama Junebug Jones and the girls just had to find out what was going on. They raced down the hall to the kitty boy's room. Benguito, Crashito, Papito, Scipito. Just in time to see Skippy John's closet exploding. Then out flew Candy, beanbag doggies, and the kitty boy with his birthday piñata on his head. SkippyjonJones, everyone cried. Hola, muchachitas, he said in a muy soft voice. Mama Junebug Jones lifted up Skippyjon and covered his head with furry, purry kisses. What am I going to do with you, Mr. Cocoa Pugs? She scolded. There's Skippyjon and his mom. Oh. She's giving him kisses. That night, when he was supposed to be going to sleep, Skippyjon began to bounce and bounce on his big boy bed. Oh, I'm SkippyjonJones with a mind of my own, and I'll bounce on my bed for hours. I know I'm a cat, but forget about that. Say goodnight, SkippyjonJones, called his mama. Buenas noches, mi amigos, said SkippyjonJones. That's the end. There he is, supposed to be going to sleep, but he's jumping on his bed again. So, who do you guys think the main character is in this book? SkippyjonJones. And where does this book take place? Where does the story take place? I'll give you a minute. So Skippyjon is sent to his room as a punishment, right? So that's the setting. The setting is Skippyjon's house and his bedroom. But then how does he get to Mexico? He uses his imagination, right? So the setting of this book is also SkippyjonJones' imagination, right? And what was one of the problems in this book that Skippyjon faced? Who had the beans, and who did Skippyjon have to fight to get the beans back? Let's see. The bandito, right? So the problem was the bandito had all the beans. And so how did Skippyjon solve the problem of the bandito having all the beans? He fought him with his sword, right? And he popped the bandito and all the beans came out. So I hope you guys enjoyed this story, and I will see you again soon with another video and another story, okay? Have a great rest of your day. Bye.